Hey fight fans, welcome back to the African Fighters. UFC Fight Night just went down, headlined by Holy Home taking on Bueno Silva. And of course, there was an African on the fight card, Ottman Azaitar, who was coming off a loss in his last fight, looking to redeem himself, taking on the young prodigy from Argentina, 11-1 record, Francisco Prado. And without further ado, let's get right into what went down. Alright, Ottman Azaitar came into this one with a lot to prove. After getting off to a phenomenal start to his UFC career, winning his first two in amazing fashion, he lost his last fight and now he's looking to redeem himself against the boy from Argentina. Came into this fight looking very focused, some will say very confident. And just before we get into it, you can see the age difference in the tail of the tape. And sometimes this might be tricky taking on very young guys. They have absolutely nothing to lose. They fight wild and they fight free. Also, the Argentine was a taller fighter, but as it sometimes happens, Azaitar had reach advantage. Alright, and we get through all of the ceremonies before the fight. Both fighters look very confident stepping into this one. And here we go. The match starts, they touch gloves, and immediately, as you can see, the Argentine takes the center of the octagon. It was a pretty small octagon used for this card, and so control of the center of the octagon was very important. He showed that he wanted to control this fight right from the very beginning. They began to use feints. They both fought with feints, sizing each other up. And then the first strike of the match was thrown by Francisco Prado. Beautiful, beautiful leg kick to start off the fight. Francisco wasting no time shooting for a takedown, trying to get the match to the floor. He found out that was going to be quite difficult, as Azaitar was pretty experienced and made sure he prevented the youngin from clenching his fingers together, therefore preventing the takedown. And obviously, this is where Azaitar found most of the success in this fight, when they were separating off the clinch, throwing nasty elbows and very short hooks in those separations, as you see right here. Both of them square off again, trying to use various feints. Francisco with another heavy leg kick, chopping off the lead foot of Azaitar. Azaitar tries to answer back. Unfortunately for him, this kick was checked by the youngin Francisco Prado. And that was the last time we saw Azaitar throw a kick in the fight. I mean, his shin was all blooded up after that leg kick that was checked. So there was no more kicking for him in this fight, as he was compromised early. Francisco proceeded to shoot for another takedown, and it was met with the same resistance as the first. Azaitar digging in the underhooks and making sure he prevented the takedown. On the separation, he landed a couple of uppercuts and an elbow which rocked Francesco, but the Argentine just kept pressuring and did not relent. As the match proceeded and both fighters started to find their rhythm, it did look like Francesco was setting up the spinning back elbow. He threw it the first time and it did land, but it did not land flush, and Azaitar was able to shake it off. A few minutes after that, we saw the spinning elbow again, and this time he connected right on the head of Azaitar. Azaitar falling to the ground, Francesco wasting no time and taking top position, trying to pass guard, but it turns out he didn't really have the space to do that or even need to do that, as he was right at the bottom of the cage. Proceeded to ground and pound, let his hands go. Azaitar, instead of trying to defend, was trying to fight from the bottom. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He got caught with elbows and fists. He was opened up very bad. The referee calling a stop to this fight at 4 minutes 5 seconds into the first round. Unfortunately, another loss for Ottman Azaitar. Needs to go back to the drawing board and needs to find where he went wrong. Alright, that's all for that fight. What did you think about the fight? If you did see the fight, leave your comments in the comment section. We wish Azaitar all the best. See you in another video.
Come on, Africans!